Guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. We are here at a special filming location because guess what? I want to do another one of those driving POVs, and I want to do it with this vehicle. What am I talking about? This 2026 Range Rover Sport SV Edition 2. But before we hop in and fire up, let's talk about what's going on here. So there's certain special cars that when I get one from a manufacturer, I really want to do a deeper dive exactly on what it's like to live with and drive that particular vehicle. I've done it with the Charger 6-pack. Now I felt like this was a worthy vehicle to do it. What do we got? We got that 4.4 liter twin turbo V8, over 600 horsepower, carbon ceramic brake rotors, carbon fiber hood, carbon fiber aero, and an interior that James Bond would be envious of. So why don't we go ahead, you're gonna get behind the wheel with me, and let's find out what is it really like to live with this Range Rover SV.
All right, guys, we are inside this 2026 Range Rover Sport SV Edition 2. Here is your special SV key fob, like the way you get a special key fob with all the usual arrangement of buttons. And we're going to go ahead and fire up this Range Rover Sport and see what it's like to live with on a daily basis. So obviously, just like before, in any other vehicle, foot on the brake, hit that start stop button, and the vehicle wakes up and is alive. Right away, like I said, you're gonna love the materials, the position of the paddles, getting to that 12.3-inch screen. You could adjust your steering wheel all on the right-hand side of the steering column, up, down, in and out. Now, when it comes to the POV Pro system, at first it might seem a little overwhelming, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. You do have your shortcuts on the main page here. This is where you could go through your different kind of panels of the infotainment system software, but it's nice to have the shortcuts. You could easily shut off that pesky auto start stop feature. If you want to pull up your navigation, it's all a tap. So everything, nice tap. The way the screen is shaped makes it easy to reach, easy to read, and you'll be surprised that even on a sunny day like today, you don't get any glare on the screen, which is really nice. Now, your home screen is always in that lower left-hand corner. That's going to bring you back to this main screen area. And like I said, you have many different panels to choose from. If you want to adjust your AC before you drive off, you're just going to tap that, and it actually brings up all the AC controls. Right now, I have it synced so that any adjustments I make to my side automatically is adjusted to the passenger side. You got your heated and ventilated seats, 3 stages a piece. You're just going to tap, and that's going to turn things on and off for you. And then, of course, when it comes to seat controls, all your seat controls are on the door panel. So that is the really nice thing. They're nice, high up, out of the way, and it's easy to get the seat straight exactly the way you want it. And you have massage seats. So you can see all of the flexibility. Turn on the massage. You get to choose where you want it, how you want it, as it should be in an SUV that is at this price point. Now, when you hit your icons, here's all the different apps and different functions of this vehicle. And as you can see, there are a lot of different functions, including things like park assist. You can go into dynamic eye, which is one of my favorite settings because this is where you get your stopwatch. You could do your configurable dynamics. If you're going to take it to the track, you got your lap times. And that's another thing. You'll be surprised with just how freaking agile this vehicle is. It's actually very, very impressive. You have your shifter. It's real simple. You just tap it up for reverse, pull it back for drive. And once you do that, it accesses the exterior cameras, which you have a 360 view camera setup, which you could do very, very simply, all by the tap of a screen on road, and you have your off-road specific cameras. But I don't think anybody in their right mind is going to take this particular Range Rover off-roading. This is more for on asphalt driving. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put my seatbelt on, obviously. Want to stay safe. I'm gonna bring up the main screen again. What's nice is you could also open up like your exhaust if you want to make the exhaust louder, shut off the traction control. That is kind of like an afterthought, because most people, like myself, after you fire her up, I think what you're gonna do is once you're ready to rock and roll, is just hit this button right here. You hit that, it illuminates bright red. You see the dash changes. You have your G meter. You have your tachometer. That does also have a gear indicator in the center if you're going to shift with the paddles. And then you also have your boost gauge and power and torque display gauge, plus the head-up display changes as well. All the storage you could think of, wireless charging, you got your cup holders. So everything is very, very well sorted when it comes to storage and space in here. But why don't we go ahead and take this for a spin and see how it is to live with. What's nice is, like I said, when you put it in reverse, great cameras, and this vehicle does have rear wheel steer. So even though it is full size, it's actually very, very easy to navigate in tight situations. You'll notice when you're in SV mode, everything changes to red, including there's some red lighting. I don't know if that's getting picked up by the camera, but there's red lighting on the actual paddles themselves. Right to go up the gears, left to go down the gears. If you pull back on the shifter a second time, it actually puts it into a sport shift setting on top of being in SV mode. So that's another way to get extra driving performance. Of course, you have your two stalks. Right one is for windshield wipers. Left one is for your turn signals and other lighting. But let's pull on out and see how this drives. I think what you're gonna find is this SUV is going to perform and handle like a sports car. I mean, it's that good when it comes to the way that they tune the suspension, the brakes. You have those massive carbon ceramic brake rotors, which, be aware, for them to be fully ready to rock and roll, you need to put some heat into them. So if you go out first thing in the morning and you go to do a panic stop, they may not brake as effectively as you want them to. The more heat they have, to a certain extent, the better they're going to perform. So just something to think about. But the view out the front is absolutely perfect. 8 pillars are pulled far apart. You have your digital rear view mirror. I even like the way they give you these corner windows so that you just have a little bit better visibility, and they try to cut down on the blind spots. But I really love the way this is so polished. That twin turbo V8 with the ZF 8-speed automatic, they work so well together. And it really is the perfect balance between having the luxury but also having the performance side. But let's go on throttle. On throttle, here we go. So in this vehicle, you're not going to have to worry about being late to anything because of the way it performs. I mean, 0 to 60 close to 3.1 seconds. I mean, it just blows my mind. But it really does drive very, very well. And if you don't want all the rumble and everything, all you got to do to get out of SV mode, which is nice, is just hit the button. You hit the button, and that brings you right back to normal mode. You can see how the dash changes, the exhaust goes quiet, and all the shifts and everything are just much smoother. Steering is a little bit softer. The throttle sensitivity is a little less intense. And now you're just in a pure luxury SUV. Of course, you have the power getting to the ground, all four wheels. And you could use the switchgear on the steering wheel to change different things, like your display layout. You could easily change that and bring up, say, for example, the map, if you want to have your map on the display there. So really nice the way you could be very versatile and really set it up to your specific preferences when it comes to driving this vehicle. You have tons of usability, which is great. I think the only thing that's gonna probably bother you when you're living with this day to day is going to be your right foot. And obviously the heavier your right foot is, the worse your fuel economy is. So just something to be aware of. But it's one of those things that if you're buying a vehicle like this, you kind of understand what you're getting yourself into, I would think. But like I said, it really has that dual personality, that Jekyll and Hyde personality, to where we can be really comfortable and just have this wonderful driving experience. You know, you got good sound deadening material, you have acoustic glass, or you hit the SV button and it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. Of course, you have the Meridian premium sound system, which when it comes to listen to music and whatnot, it's gonna be that ultra clarity. That's what really shows the quality of audio sound system is the clarity. And you definitely get that with the Meridian sound system. But the fact that it really is a fun vehicle to drive, it's also just so versatile. Like the fact that you have all that cargo space, you got great room for your passengers in the rear, and then of course you have the capability to really melt people's brains by the way this thing accelerates. But why don't we go ahead? I want to show you that this does have a dynamic launch control. Real easy to use when you're in SV mode. You're just going to hold down nicely on the brake, throttle, on throttle. So as you can see, I mean, once you get the hang of how usable this vehicle is and how to access everything, it really isn't that difficult to do. You could bring up your modes. You can see you have SV mode, dynamic mode, which is going to be like your sport, comfort, and then you have even off-road modes, which are great as well. And each one adjusts different settings in a different way. So nice to be able to have that kind of versatility. And like I said, it's really easy to use once you figure out where everything is. Even like your AC, it's like I could do it while I'm driving. Where some vehicles, it's very difficult to try to navigate through the navigation while you're navigating the roads. But this Range Rover Sport makes easy work of it. when it comes to parking the vehicle, I think that's another area where you think that, oh man, it's a full-size SUV. This thing's gonna be a bear to have to park. Like I said, I think with the way the cameras are, and especially the rear wheel steer, it helps so much with making it super nimble and super maneuverable. But I will show you, we will be parking in a few seconds here to just show you how easy it is to do, even in tighter spots. I mean, I went to a Dunkin' Donuts and the parking lot was absolutely horrible, and I had no worries because I knew what the capability of this vehicle is when it comes to the steering and also the cameras. Well, let's come over here into this parking lot. I'll just show you how easy it is to take this big full-size SUV and park it wherever you want. Let's say you want to go right here. I mean, absolutely piece of cake. And then the best part is, another thing that I love about this vehicle is that when you go somewhere and say, like, for example, if you were going towards this dead end in this parking lot, you're like, oh man, I'm going towards the dead end, I'm gonna have to, you know, reverse forward, reverse forward, reverse forward 20 times. In this vehicle, it's so easy. I mean, look at this. With the rear wheel steer, you're able to make a U-turn so easily. So easily. And then if you need to, for example, back it into a spot, that's easy too. With the cameras, like I said, it just makes it, you just, with the trajectory lines and everything, I mean, look at this. Ta-da! And we're in the spot. Perfect. But that is basically what and how this vehicle is like to live with on a regular basis. And man, if you get one of these, you're gonna be one happy camper, that's for sure. But why don't we go ahead, let's get back to where it all started so that we could wrap up this video in this Range Rover SV Sport Edition 2. So I'll see you in a split second.
All right, guys, always a good time to do any kind of review with a high performance vehicle, especially with this Range Rover Sport SV Edition 2. Let me know what you thought. Are you surprised by how it drives, how it performs, how it has all those different functions that I showed you? Let me know in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raise family. Gotta give up to Stephen Flood. He's down to film in the sunshine, but he's also down to film when it's a little bit rainy, because sometimes he has a dark cloud over him. So thank you, Stephen. Turn that frown upside down. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.